Are we looking at a change in strategy, or are we pursuing, do you think, the same strategy over and over and over again?
Well, I feel the pulse now of a change in strategy. Pati sa Defense Department, mukhang yun ang direction nila. Just this morning, there was a meeting that I attended. Mukha rin yung curriculum is geared towards war fighting. So most likely, we will see a bolder and stronger strategy coming from the Philippines kasi ito may military assets na tayo gagamitin.
Sir, can you expound on that? Kasi now we've been using a chartered civilian vessel, which some of us have found a bit unusual or maybe not very practical, because we understand one reason for that is para to de-escalate the situation and not use government-to-government ships. On the other hand, inuupakan nila parati yung chartered. So the question that's always been coming up is, so why are we using a chartered vessel na mukhang pang smuggler? I mean, no offense to the owners of the ship, pero it's a wooden ship and it does look like it doesn't give any impression of officiality.
Okay.
Di ba? So
let's look at the context.
Yes, sir.
Oh, kasi noong 2012, it was Admiral Ong who was an actor doon sa Scarborough Shoal. Diba, natatandaan ninyo, pinadala nila noon is yung gray ship.
Yes, sir.
And after that, we learned from our lesson. So instead of having bringing the gray ship, white ship na lang, which I think give us also an opportunity to modernize the Coast Guard. Kasi originally ang Coast Guard nasa likod lang yan eh.
Yes, sir.
Secondary actor lang eh, and then they became a frontliner right now. But of course, with the escalation of the conflict and given the apparent tactics of China, yung gray zone tactic nila, and the use of violence, then I think we are transitioning to a higher level of strategy. This time around, baka a mix and combined use of civilian and military assets yung gagamitin natin. And of course, I agree dun sa sinasabi ni Admiral Ong, pwedeng gamitin yung air power. Pero yung isa pa natin tinitignan is pwedeng gamitin kasi ng China on how to absorb BRP Sierra Madre using yung submarines nila eh. So wala pa tayong capability doon on how to look at that, no? So I told you in many of my interviews with you na we have to prepare for multi-domain attack. Ito na nga yung ginagawa nila, no? And I think there are good lessons learned around the world, no? From Russia-Ukraine war to Israel-Hamas war, ganyan naman yung ginagawa nila ngayon, multi-domain attack.
Mr. Cabalsa, ang problema actually dyan, yung barkong ginagamit natin kasi wooden siya. Kaya isang blast lang ng water cannon, wasak-wasak na dun sa loob eh. Di ba tayo pwedeng mag-hire na lang ng medyo sturdy kahit civilian ship? Marami naman tayong ganong mga barko, di ba? Na private din siya. Kung mag-charter tayo, bakit ganyan? Parang malapit-lapit na yan dun sa kategorya ng BRP Sierra Madre. Talagang mawawasak siya kapag nakita ng water cannon. Di ba pwedeng yung civilian ship na sturdy, yung kahit yung ganyan din, made of metal, medyo malaki-laki. Hindi basta-basta masisira ng water cannon lang.
Yeah, I agree with you, ma'am, no? Kasi nung 2019, yung Jember bombing, ang nakita natin na gamit na vessel ng militia is yung iron talaga, no? Yung Chinese militia. And I think it goes with the kind of technology na ginagamit ng China talaga. Yung sa atin kasi, kaya wooden, of course, no? Yung lack of funding pa noon. But hopefully, dito sa mga acquisitions natin in the military modernization, ma-realize natin itong mga features na ito na dapat yung bilhin natin sturdy, stronger, at saka yung technologically advanced naman na ironclad talaga yung yung mga vessels natin.
So ironclad. Saka kapag hindi ba sa tingin ninyo, merong mga suggestion daw na we use air assets na to deliver. Marami ding air assets ng China. In fact, Yung ano, yung nag-monitor dyan sa latest resupply mission, mga helicopter nila ng People's Liberation Army Baka naman doon naman sa area magkaroon ng mga confrontation.
I think tama po kayo doon, no? Hindi lang maritime yung confrontation na nakikita natin. Kasi ang dominant sa lahat ng mga wars na nakikita natin yung sea power. Kasi archipelagic maritime yung issue, yung West Philippine Sea, South China Sea issue. But at the same time, pag nag-external defense ka pati, territorial defense na ngayon yung strategy natin, gagamitan mo talaga siya ng air power. Yung air power, pwedeng helicopters, warfighting aircraft, pwede rin yung AUV, yung unmanned aerial drones, no?
I correct in understanding you as saying na it's about time also that you agree that it's about time that we change the delivery system that we currently are using, which is a chartered civilian vessel, that we should introduce more official vessels in the mix, maybe even the primary vessel in the mix.
Not totally na yung we have to deliver primary vessels kasi nga it was a lessons learned yung nangyari din sa 2012 standoff. That was the precedent that we should learn. Kaya nga ang ginawa ni China noon, nagpadala rin siya ng Navy, ng green ship niya. Ang gusto sana natin makita, bigger, larger, and stronger yung civilian vessels na gagamitin. But at the same time, more than that is the strategy. Nakita natin dun sa Vietnam War naman na wala naman yan sa sophistication of the technology, but how you execute your strategy.
Yes.
No, kaya naging successful din sila, no. So hopefully maging clever pa yung ating mga officials. They have to think of alternative mechanisms on how to address this. Otherwise, uulit-ulit lang tayo dito sa basic crash course na ginagawa ng China Coast Guard and Maritime Militia sa atin. No?
Yes, sir.
Last question ako, Ed, ha? Kasi aside from yung mga tactics sa sea, yung tubig at saka yung laser, Sir Chester, alam mo naman na meron pa isa silang taktika na ginagawa ngayon, especially sa social media, na meron silang mga nilalabas na communications at saka mga memes na parang binabaliktad na parang talagang tayo yung kontrabida dun sa sitwasyon na yun. So how do we counter that? I mean, aside from the fact that people have been reporting yung parang false information na yun, is that enough?
Agree with you, Sir Joven. Kaya nga, nagtuturo na rin tayo ng cognitive warfare. At of course, kasama doon yung misinformation and disinformation. Sinasabi ng China recently na nangako tayo sa kanila na tanggalin yung BRP Sierra Madre. Actually, yung may isa pa dyan sa na barko na pinatanggal nila doon sa Scarborough Shoal.
Yes, sir.
Dalawa kasi yung barko na yan So I think what I'm trying to drive at here is that the complexity of the strategy is changing. Hindi na ito yung, although nandun pa rin yung cornerstone ng defense, state to state, pero nag-evolve na yan into different domains, no? May air, sea, land. Minsan gagamitan ka pa ng cyber, hybrid warfare, cognitive warfare. So nagiging complex na. So yung attack mo dapat sophisticated saka complex din. No? So I believe China will do more. No? Knowing that they are watching us, they know that yung ginagamit nilang alibi na we are an ally of the US kaya tayo tinitira, disinformation naman yun no? Hopefully, especially now that the Filipino people have a warm support for the military modernization and territorial defense of the armed forces, alam ko suportado nila tayo sa mga bagong gagawin na estratehiya at tactics ng ating armed forces and the government.